We're live. This is GLS 21 for Wednesday, Wednesday the 7th, something. I'm going to do a mic test real quick. That's chopping? No, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. We've had worse. We've definitely had worse on this show, so we're not going to complain too much. Alrighty, I'm just a bit soft. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Is GLS. G to the L to the S S S S. This is Generic Live Show, episode number 21, recorded. Actually, I didn't have the number in the script here. Why am I saying that? This is GLS. I'm Dale Campbell, delivering your weekly dose of genericness from around Australia and the world. I do apologize for the audio quality. We've had some technical difficulties before the show. That's because I'm a little soft and I'm a little T-spout short and spout. Here is my handle. Here is my cup. We've got a jam-packed episode for you today, so we're going to waste a little to no time at all and to go straight on to the headlines.
On to the news!
That's right. We're on to the news. Public opinion research company Ray Morgan published the results of a survey yesterday, which suggested that US streaming video on demand service Netflix had, in the 2 months following its Australian launch, garnered over 10 times the audience of its nearest streaming rival. The Australian video streaming market has exploded in 2015 with several high-profile launches and joint ventures competing for the content-hungry consumer base. While Netflix commended an enormous amount of brand recognition and a grey market subscriber base even before the official launch earlier this year, it could outstrip its It could really outstrip its competitors that much? We'll have that story after the headlines. Changing pace now, Stephen Boyles, an assistant professor of transportation at the University of Texas, published an article saying that our modern, safer roads and safer cars, the maximum speed limit should be raised. With the current draconian speed limits on big modern highways are actually making things worse, he argues. Quote, the difference in speed is actually more dangerous than anyone were driving at faster speed. We've all felt the frustration of being behind slow drivers and the annoyance at aggressive drivers weaving through traffic. Both these situations are dangerous and make traffic worse, end quote. One idea he recommended was backed up by research from the US Federal Highway Administration, is that speed limits should be reduced to 85th percentile of traffic speed. That means only 15% of cars should be driving faster than the speed limit. Any faster than that, the speed limit should be raised. It's not only to safety on highways, Professor Boyle believes will be improved. He adds the important speed limits like school zones and those in the CBD would be respected more if highway speeds had more credibility. And highways, for another impact show, I don't really comment too much on all of this. New ratings tool. because Australia's, classification gate continues. Classification gate of 1996 continues, has led to more video games than ever before being refused classification. Shocker. Advocates say that this is just a fraction of the massive list of 150,000 games now classified for the first time. As of the 1st of July, so as of last week. Funny how that works. Australia will be trialling a new automated classification system from the International Age Rating Correlation, allowing game publishers to complete game content in order to have their titles classified. In advance of the official launch of the pilot program, the government's classification body, the Australian Classification, has classified a large back catalogue, 150,000 games, of which 219 refused classification, according to figures released June 23rd. That figure is 4 times the amount of games refused classification 20 years ago in 1994, all in the space of a few months. However, Australian classification said the number of games refused classification is a proportion of all games reviewed has stayed roughly the same, with refused games accounting for under 0.5% of all titles. IGEA CEO Ron Curry said that despite the increase, the figures point towards the system's success. Quote, whilst people may jump slightly and say that there's a lot of games refused classifications, it might give a bit of comfort that there's consistency in the number of being refused. We haven't seen a big variance, unquote, said Curry. Just because you do something a lot doesn't make it better, doesn't make it worse. doesn't make it worse. And just to clarify, Sam Ferguson asks if I would put pillows up my shirt. I'm not sure what that is referring to, but sure, I'll put pillows up my shirt. Sure. I have no idea if that's a euphemism for something or I don't understand, but sure, I can put pillows up my shirt. Speaking of shirt, when someone says Logitech, you don't think pillows, but the first thing does pop into your mind is computer mice and keyboards and other peripherals. Yeah. Well, the company's likely attempting to look more vogue, especially to the younger crowd, because it's reinventing itself with a new logo and overall more colorful designs. It's also launched new latest categories. It's called Logi. Unfortunately, the company hasn't revealed any more details behind the Logi name, as it shouldn't. But sure, you'll be seeing products under the new label soon enough. Any brand that could benefit from having a distinct personality, just look at Apple and how easy it is to identify its products. So it's easy to see why Logitech wants to do something more memorable. Well, Logi. Logi. Think of it, and finally in the headlines, think of it as the most comfortable, relaxing place you've ever been. No matter where on the earth you might have been, it could have begun to compare with the relaxing hydro hammock must be. Oh. People love lounging in hammocks, and people like soaking in hot tubs. Finally, you can have the two become one. The two can become one. Available in both single and double occupant versions, the Hydro Hammock, made for watertight and extremely resistant synthetic fabric, that's designed to hold a weight of 190 liters of water plus 2 adults. So it's quite a large hammock. So you'll need to find a pair of extremely large and strong trees to put it up between, or someplace where you can sit anchors on either side and tie it around there. The creators are going to Kickstarter, of course, to fund the production and with a crowdfunding campaign in order to raise 50,000 US dollars. So there's unusual risks of backing a crowdfunded project to take into account here, but you know, $50,000. It could, you know, $50,000 is quite a hefty price tag to pay for, you know, yeah, for a hydro bath. I'm just, you know, you kind of, you have to put, that's an investment. You know, you kind of have to, you might as well just buy the two separately. Yeah, it's strange. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the headlines for this week. The headlines of the week. Alrighty, so let's tell you about how you can support this. Let's take a quick little break. Show you can support it at geek-io.net/support, affiliates of the Geek.io network. They have graced us with a place where you can support us as well. Patreon.com/geek.io. Give as much as you can. I know things are a little something, and I have to find it. It's on Bookface, so it won't be 2 seconds. It's a local community radio station that is looking to update its towers as well, and I really want to give it a pimp, and I can't find it. Here we go. It's at www.gofundme.com/build_a_tower. That's gofundme.com/build_a_tower. A local community radio. Get this tower fixed after some heavy storm damage was done to it earlier. They wanted to get some of the updates done. So they're not affiliated with the show, but it's a pretty cool cause. So we're going to push out good causes. This show and community radio, two things that go hand in hand. Let's move on. Competitors of Netflix. The title is Competitors of Netflix overinflate subscriber numbers to compete, but Ray Morgan busts these numbers. Like a nut. Hang on, I gotta take a drink. I'm taking a drink. I can tell you more. Officially, the Ray Morgan survey of 2,088 people, age 14 and above, concluded that in April, 766,000 Australians in 296,000 homes were subscribed to Netflix. By May, this had grown to 1.039 million in 408 households. So it cracked the million code in May. Now, of course, let's keep digging. According to Ray Morgan's May dataset, Netflix's closest rival is Presto with about 97,000, followed by Stan with 91,000, both owned by the Nine network here in Australia. Quickflix, the streaming service, with 43,000, and Foxtel Play at 40,000 streamers. Excuse me. It's worth noting that Roy Morgan uses subscribers to mean all viewers across its subscribing households. So there's that. So it's really having a revenue base of 408 households, but it's got a million or so viewers. Let's recap the major players. So Presto of Foxtel, which launched on March 13, 2014 with its movie-only service. Its TV service, which hasn't done that great, was a joint venture between Seven West Media and Foxtel. Sorry, I misspoke. Both of which, though, I just want to actually I put that anecdote after the fact here, but I found something a little bit interesting. So Stan was another joint venture between publisher Fairfax and the Nine Network, and it began operating in Australia here January 26th, 2015. Foxtel Play was July 30th, 2015, and Quickflix's first one in 2011. If accurate, if this is all accurate, by the way, let's put the figures in. Let's put the figures in perspective. So it would take Presto 14 months to reach the 100,000 subscriber mark. It took Netflix 10 times that number in just 2 months. And Stan nearly equaled it in 4 months. Quickflix, on the other hand, has taken 4 years to reach its base with over 40,000, and Foxtel 24 months. Mind you, I just want to say that this is also a survey of 2,000 people as well. So take that. So what is with all of this? So here we go. What's the point of this? Rubbery figures. So what's the point of all this? So in April, Quickflix announced that it had 123,000 paying customers across its business. 70% of that number used Quickflix streaming rather than DVD rental, making it for over 85% of people paying for the company's service, streaming video on demand or pay-per-view services. That's right. Quickflix still has a model in its repertoire that still has you pay per view. So have fun with that. On May 6th of this year, a presentation to the Macquarie Australia conference says that gross sign-ups of Stams were tracking to 200,000. Streaming service has previously mentioned growth targets were 300,000 to 400,000 by December of this year. Foxtel has officially announced its subscriber base, by the way. And Netflix, well, Netflix doesn't say particular reason. It says 62% of million subscribers, with 20 million located in Australia. So, not only the survey size of this study, but the age of respondents. We have no doubt, in interest in streaming is growing, but no exit poll with 1 million plus subscribers in Netflix based on a survey of 200 people doesn't hold up. Longsford questioned. And note that a valid credit card, you have to have a valid credit card and be 18 years old to subscribe. So yeah, there's that. So what are the full facts? Well, you know, you gotta pay for it. You gotta really say that Netflix is the dominating. Whether you this whether you take these with a grain of salt or you actually take them for what they are. So, and you gotta actually have some perspective with them. You gotta sit here and you gotta stand here, sit here, whatever, and go, well, so it's just I don't know. Surveys are one of those funny things where it's like, well, you can question them, like you can question them all you want, but they do prove some things. They prove here that can come in here and go, well, sure, Netflix have 1 million subscribers, which it does. I believe it's that. And Presto only has 90,000. I mean, I do believe others are putting up their numbers. And here's for my internet service provider shall remain nameless for the purposes of this conversation. Constantly mail me, that's right, post mail me offers to stay, have 6 months free press and Stan, because they definitely want to get customers in, and it's not really proving anything. But it's, I mean, you kind of have to sit here. Well, yeah, as accurate as these figures are, you kind of have to scratch your head and go, well, there is some validity to all of this. And it's fair to say that these are services that need to pick the game up. And yeah, they are the only ones that are the clear leader. I mean, technically, the video is lackluster. This proves another as well. This proves that Netflix is still the preferred choice in Australia. And I mean, say what you will about Netflix, they have a power, they have a brand power and have brand recognition. Hell, QuickFlix has been in this country since 2011, so that's carry the one 4 years now. Yeah, I mean, it kind of you have to kind of scratch your head and go, well, what have they haven't really done the appeal to the market, and that's their own fault. That's their own fault. So, I mean, you've been here for a long time. You didn't really have that many viewers before Netflix came along anyway. So it's really your own fault. So proving that, yes, Netflix is the preferred choice in Australia. Now, I have a 6-month offer for Stan and Presto, and I have no interest. Why? Because they haven't got any appeal to them. They haven't got the appeal that Netflix does for me. They're not doing original programming. They're not doing the movies and the TV that I want. So, I mean, you can dispute the numbers all you want. The theory is still there, though. The theory of, well, yes, Netflix is dominant in the market, and you kind of have to, you kind of have to go with that. So it's well out there in the streaming market. It's going to get a lot worse, and I mean, Netflix is just going to continually eat these, other streaming services lunch. I wonder if they'll stream it too. I wonder if, I mean, what if you can, stream someone's lunch, stream someone's lunch. All right, so, and you do hear me clicking on the keyboard. I do apologize. It's a one-man show. What can I say? I can say that we've got a lot more to get through with not much more time to get through it, unfortunately. I mean, there's not much more else to say on that other than Netflix is still the preferred choice, and there's not really much we can do about it. Except for lunch. Hey, what else? I really wanted to come to it about, and I know it's political. I know I can't avoid not stay away from the political news. The political elephant in the room. I wasn't going to bring it up because I didn't think we'd have that much time left, and we don't. We have about 2 minutes here to rant on this. But has anyone seen the Labour Party $30,000 website thing that they're trying to put together? No. Well, let me tell you more. I really want to get the story. I really want to get the story because it's hilarious. So the Labour Party really wants to create its own platform for their policies and their own. They want to share. They want to share their view. They want to share views, and they want to express open. Oh wait, did through that they want $30,000 for it. Mm-hmm. They want $30,000 on it. So, yeah. I think they're on Indiegogo, if my memory serves me correctly. Indiegogo. Indiegogo crowdfunding. Indiegogo. All right, there we go. And yeah, $1,000 a blogging platform for the political party. So, I really, really want to go all out here. I mean, Indiegogo is fine and all, but you don't political party. You should be really trying to kind of do things for the betterment of people, not trying from the general public. Where can I can't search on let's see what comes up. Maybe I should say Australia. I help. Nope, still not coming up. Fantastic. Dale just did a fail live on air. Fantastic. I swear it was in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Labour Herald, it is going to be called. And on go. Oh my God. Go. And it's funded too, by the way. It's on Pozible.com, and it has funded. So we are. It has funded. It's at 30,223. 30,000 goal. Dude, the Labour Party is it's a blogging platform. Lord have mercy on all our souls. So that's gonna pretty much do it for this episode. We've run a little long. That's okay. You know, do this. And I want to also go to the videos. Yes, well, Sam Ferguson, I have mentioned you. You were the shirts up to put your up your guy. I'll never forget. That's gonna do it for us. You know, it's 10:31, so we're gonna pop on out of here. Thank you everyone for joining us. Sheffield GLS site. That's geekdowshow.net/GLS for the archive on the Geeko network. What else do we have here? Let's see. gplus.to/generic live show, youtube.com/generic live show, and remember patreon.com/geekio. That's going to be for us. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now. Bye.
You're listening to a program of the Chef Media Network. For this and other shows, visit chefwondermedia.net.
This has been a Geekio production. Copyright 2015. Geekio. Geek.